Everything working? What's up, everyone? My name is Peter Loshak. I'm in a new setup right now. I'm assuming that everything is okay. If the video is weird, I'll deal with that later. If the audio is wonky, let me know. If you can't hear anything, let me know. I'm in a new setup right now. As you can see, minimalism, right? A new set design, brand new set design, designed by me. Minimalism. Nothing on the walls except for this one thing right here. Just going for a new look. No, I'm kidding around. This is just a random, this is not intentional. I just switched my location unintentionally. I have had some weird tech issues going on today. I don't know if anyone else is having the same kind of deal. Some sites that I use regularly, I'm having issues accessing, but then a few minutes ago, I started to be able to access them again. So I'm not exactly sure how this show will go, but, we'll do the best we can, as always, both as far as tech stuff is concerned and, of course, the handicapping and picks. Yesterday, overall, was a pretty good day. The second half plays, I know, went 1-3, but, of course, my tweeted team totals went 4-2. And then in the games that I talked about, the later games, overall, went okay. The Prairie View team total over, Cash, Rice, the team total over. That one lost, but it was looking good for a while. So 1-1 there. And then, of course, Texas Southern, Grambling State, nailed it. Right? Said I like Texas Southern, said I like the under, and said that then, of course, I like a lot the Grambling State team total under. Texas Southern covered pretty easily. Under went under pretty easily. And, of course, the Grambling State team total under cashed very well as well. So, cashed that, by a mile. So, overall, it was a pretty good day yesterday. Second half plays went 1-3. I'm hoping to do well tonight. Despite I hope I don't have. Let me see if I'm having. I might. It's going to be a little bit weird. Some of the sites that I normally look at, I'm just having problems getting into. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but we'll see. I'm going to try to set up to adjust as much as I can. It might be. I might miss. I'm not going to be as quick on the draw as I would be when everything's going smoothly tech-wise, but I'm going to do my best. I will say that from the later games, there's a few plays that I'm liking, and I'll share them with you right now. In the 7 o'clock games, I hope you caught it. I tweeted out Ohio team total over. I do quite like that one. I tweeted that one out. I tweet out late, very late, close to tip-off for a bunch of reasons. But look for those tweets that I tweet out. Of course, yesterday I tweeted out 6, went 4-2. Today I just tweeted out 1, Ohio team total over. We'll see how it goes, but I like that one. And, of course, last night I tweeted out 3 totals that I thought might move, and, one of them moved in the wrong direction. The St. John's Marquette game, I liked over 151. It's now down to like 148 or something, which I guess is understandable because we know what Marquette likes to do, and we know what St. John's likes to do, except St. John's cannot be relied on offensively. So maybe the Marquette team total over is the best way to play that one. But I'm a believer right now in St. John's, not necessarily winning, but being good enough offensively to get over 150 against a team like Marquette. But we'll see. That might have been the wrong play. I tweeted out the Kentucky game under, which pretty much didn't move at all. That's okay. We'll see. And then the Iowa State game, very interesting. I tweeted out the over on that one. Initially, it dropped a couple points. Now it's back up to like 138 or 138.5, something like that. So not a big move on that one either. We'll see how it turns out. But those are 3 plays I'm on. There's 4 plays in the later games that I would like to share with you. I wasn't able to do my complete research because of the tech issues that I've been dealing with, but I do have 4 plays that I kind of like a decent amount, and I'll share that with you in a second. Let me just check the comments section here. Okay, seems like Noli No says St. John's defense is a lot better this year. Yes, but on the road against Marquette, not a good spot for that. You know what I'm saying? At home against a suspect offensive team that maybe likes to play a moderate pace anyway, sure. On the road against Marquette, I don't know. Look, probably I was on the wrong side of that one. The market certainly said that I was at 151. And I don't know. The more I look at that game, the more I think maybe this is not one of those situations where the market's just wrong and I'm just right, which has happened a bunch of times this year. I think this might be the case where, I'm going to have to give it to the market and say, you were right, I was wrong. But we'll see. Of course, there's always the possibility. There's always the possibility that the market was wrong, was right. I was wrong, but I get bailed out by OT, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's always a possibility. Always a possibility. Bunch of OT losses I've suffered this year. Wouldn't mind getting a nice little lucky bailout OT win on that one. Would not at all mind seeing that one, being like 68-68 after regulation. Goes to overtime and soars over. And we get a winner on that one. All right, so shout out to everyone. Adam Lastman, shout out to you. Rich G hitting us up with his college basketball plays. Very nice. I love to see this. Illinois plus 5.5. That is, that's an interesting one. I think I liked Purdue in that one, actually. You might be right, though. I like Purdue in that one. Let's see. Did that one start already? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look, well, excuse me. Illinois up by 5. Very nice call there, at least after the first 8 minutes. Rich G. Kent State -9. I can understand that. LSU -2.5. I agree with that. Marquette -9. I guess I vaguely agree with that. Air Force plus 13.5. No real opinion on that line, but I do like the over in that one. So maybe if you want to half-tail me and half-tail Rich G, take the Air Force team total over. I like the over on that one at 145 is what I got. Now let me pull up my an odds sheet here so I can do a little odd line shopping. Again, I'm having some tech issues, but overall things seem to be going well so far, right? The audio's good, the video's normal, right? Tasha M, Adam Lastman, shout out to you, Tasha M, Mr. Gogster, what's up? Noli knows. Shout out to you, Kyle Leet. Like the new look. Let's win. Yes, minimalism is the word. No, I don't give shit about it. I can't think about anything like. I can't even make any jokes right now because I'm so nervous and annoyed because of these freaking tech issues. But maybe that'll take my mind off of neurosing about an overthinking line value, and it'll actually be a good thing. Who knows? But let me quickly quote you a line because I think I am going to start tracking. I'll start tracking from yesterday all the plays that I give out in the shows, and this is definitely one. I got 4 that I think I'm going to go official with here. Full game plays in the shows. One of them will be Air Force Utah State over. I got 145. Let's do a little bit of line shopping right now to see to find the best line because that is very important. No, it's not cheating. There's a lot of cheating and dishonesty in this industry, as you know, and if you don't know, you should be aware of that. One thing that does not count as cheating or dishonesty is line shopping. Line shopping is a fundamental part of the way that pros handle sports betting, the way that semi-pros handle it, the way that educated recreational bettors handle it, and way you should too. All right, so it dropped from 147.5 down to 145. And I'm seeing it's a split line, 145 or 144.5. 2 major books with 144.5, and I'll quote that as the line. Air Force, Utah State over 144.5. That's a play I like. I know they played once this year. The game was modest scoring, but Air Force. I guess I'm a little bit concerned that maybe the score, if Utah gets out to a 20-point win or something, then 20-point lead, then maybe the scoring will slow down. Although if Rich G is right, then Air Force should be in it to the end. And if that's the case, or at least within single digits, likely to the end. And if that's the case, then I think that's good for the over. And maybe if you want to partially tail me and Rich G, Air Force team total over might be a play, which right now would be, let's see. All right, let me see. Where are they? Let me pull it up again. Which right now would be about 64.5 juiced or 65. Maybe that's the way to go. I'm just going to take over 144.5 as an official play. Let's look at some comments, and then let's look at some other smash the like button if you don't mind. I only ask that because it costs you nothing, and it might help me out a little bit. Mr. Goldster, I'm on the Flyers tonight, fella. Shout out to you, fella. Shout out to Deer Slayer Ski. Shout out to you. Rich G, 145 still available. I'm seeing 144.5 at a few places. Again, we don't name books in this show until and unless they pay me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a freaking politician with the corporations. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to promote your bullshit if you pay me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a freaking politician. Hit me up with some, donate to my PAC. And then, I'll spout whatever bullshit you want. Until and unless you do that, your name isn't even going to come out of my mouth. But there are a couple of books that I could name that I won't, that I'm still seeing 144.5. So I'll quote that one. I'll quote that line, 144.5. Other comments coming in. Let's see. Mr. Goatster took Purdue money line. All right, yeah, I was leaning Purdue. We'll see how it winds up. Alex Quayle, shout out to you. Noli knows, like in Texas Tech. Okay, that game scares me, but I also didn't have, because of my tech issues, I didn't have enough time to look into it as in-depth as I would have liked to. Historically, Texas Tech dominates TCU. I don't really like the spot, though. That game has second half written all over it, so I'm going to wait for the second half on that one, maybe. And let's see. And what about Duke and Miami? God, Tasha M, I wish I could oblige that request, but that was the one game that I really just ran out of time because I was trying to solve tech issues for like an hour and a half when I normally would be crunching numbers and doing research and all that stuff. I apologize. Tasha M, no opinion on Duke and Miami. Just didn't have enough time to look into it. Michael Lunday, shout out to you. Okay. So let's look at, shout out to Kyle Leith, John Doe, Tasha M, Carlos Peroj, shout out to you. San Diego State, too many points, Pete. That's another game. I'm sorry. I had tech issues. Those later games, I did look at the Utah State Air Force game because I had that one circled a little bit. But the San Diego State game just didn't have time to look into. And in general, games like that where you have, an awesome mid-major giving a ton of points to a team like Wyoming, it's, there sometimes is value on those games for sure, but a lot of times I just wind up passing. And, so we'll see what happens there. But that I just didn't have time to look into that one. All right, let's scan the what's going on here. Bowling Green team total under was one of the plays I was thinking about giving. That one I liked. Kentucky game, low scoring as of right now. Butler Villanova, interesting. That might have second half written all over it. I was kind of leaning Butler. Butler, of course, started off the year gangbusters. They've had two, duds of games recently. Villanova, a quality team, but a half notch down from the Villanova that we've come to know in recent years, right? Not quite the same Villanova team that we've seen in years past. So I was leaning Butler here. It has second half written all over it, and we'll definitely be looking at that when the second half comes up in about 15 minutes, which I'm going to have to use some other sites because I'm having some tech issues, the sites I usually use, but I think it'll be all right. Akron blowing Miami, Ohio out. Kansas blowing Kansas State out. Okay. Look in the comments, they'll talk about some other later games. Jonathan Nelson, yo, Pete, yo, Jonathan Nelson, what's up? Deer Slayer Ski, Paco Healy, shout out to you. All right, enough shout outs. Omega Capper, shout out to you. No, to Sean B, shout out to you. Sean B likes to put out lines on the over-unders for the number of shout outs that I'll give, which I admit is, what can I say? I don't know if it makes the show better or worse, but it feels natural, so I do it. All right. I talked about how I like the Iowa State game over, which I tweeted out. That's going on my official record. And I also like the Iowa State team total over as well, which right now, let's just get a quick line here. Iowa State team total over. That would be, about 71.5. I kind of like that one. And that's, I'll make that one an official play. If you line chop around, you might be able to get something a little bit better. But the Iowa State team total over 71.5. They had a couple of games in a row where their offense was subpar, and that should probably improve. Oklahoma State can be a very strong defense-oriented team, but they can also be drawn into higher scoring games. And I'm not sure this is a type of game where they're going to try to they're going to have the will or the ability to impose their defensive impose some kind of lockdown defense. So I like the over on this one. I tweeted it out, and the Iowa State team total over as well at 71.5. Then I also kind of like the VCU team total under. St. Joseph's is interesting. They definitely pretty much suck, but I think they're getting a little bit disrespected in general by the market right now. They've had some, impressive results recently. sure if, I mean, they could, a team like St. Joe's, you see this all the time. It's a big underdog. And sometimes they in retrospect, they have great line value. And sometimes you take a big underdog, 12.5 points, and you're like, man, that just seems like a few too many points. And then they get blown out by 25. And you're like, well, what was I missing there? And again, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that St. Joe's gets blown out by 25, but the game is so low scoring that the VCU team total under cashes anyway. So I like the VCU team total under. It's about 79.5 or 80 market wide. I'm seeing a split line there. So let's give it at 80. The VCU team total under 80. That's a play that I'm liking. VCU team total under 80. Again, that one could lose, but I think there's a little bit of value. Shout out to Maxwell Smart, who gave me a very nice compliment on Twitter. He called me the Jedi Master of college basketball team totals. I think that's a little bit hyperbole there, but I will accept a guy who can hit about 53.5% on college basketball team totals. I'll accept that. Shout out to you, Maxwell Smart, wherever you are. And so VCU under 80. Could that lose? Easily. In my opinion, is it a 53.5, maybe 54% proposition? I think so. So that's an official play as well. And then I also kind of like Clemson here at -9.5. I think it was Friday when there were a bunch of big favorites, big home favorites, just like Clemson is right now. The Yale and Michigan State. We discussed it in the show. I said that I liked both Michigan State and Yale in those spots, as did other astute cappers in the comment section of the show. There were other people who were wondering if those were situations where there were too many points. And sometimes, of course, those double-digit home favorites can be great fades. Other times, the lines are where they are for a reason. If you go back and look at 10-point favorites historically in college basketball, I'm sure you'll see that the ATS results are about 50-50. So look for your spots where those kinds of home favorites can have value. And I think we might be seeing that here with Clemson. My stats say the line's about right, but there are other things that I look at that indicate that the situation favors Clemson here. And again, if Wake Forest is headed into the final minutes and they know they're losing and maybe they're down by, 7 or 8 or something, they might just pack it in, and Clemson extends out to a 14-point lead late. So I kind of like Clemson at 9.5, and I'm willing to make that one an official play here on my record. We will line shop. Let's see what the line is right now. Yeah, it's up from 8.5. One place has 9, but we won't quote that. We'll just take a market line here. 9.5, Clemson -9.5. Kind of like that one. All right, so there we go. Air Force, Utah State, over 144.5. Clemson -9.5. VCU, team total under 80. And Iowa State, team total over 71.5. I just hope one way or another I can wind up 3-1 on those 4 plays, and that would be great. And I would be, very happy and feel, not bad that if anyone listened to me and tailed. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, Carlos Peroge, K-State getting killed. Pete, yeah. I mean, that's a game that I totally stayed off of. Obviously, Kansas is statistically way better than Kansas State. It is a rivalry game, though. It maybe has second half written all over it, but that, not really. Just a game that I was, Kansas State is, that's just a game that I stayed off of. Let me look at my because of the tech issues. Now all my screens are all out of order from what I'm used to looking at here. I'm like a drummer where I got the snare and the hi-hats and the toms and everything. I'm like a prog rock drummer where I got everything where I need it. And now when I have tech issues, everything's all like out of whack. And now I'm a prog rock drummer who can't hit the off time signatures as well as I normally can. All right, so let me see. What did I think about the Kansas State game? Let me just pull it back up. Yeah. I like the under, actually, at 127.5. Didn't bet it, but it was a borderline bet at 127.5. But, it's such a wacky matchup that I didn't even bet that one. I also did like a little bit. I was too nervous to give it out, but I did like South Florida at 4.5. That bet will probably go down to the wire. We'll see. Let's see what else is going on here. Looking around at everything. Ohio game, okay, a little bit lower scoring than I expected. I was kind of liking the over a little bit there. Kentucky, Georgia suddenly picked up the pace. That's not nice to see. All right, so we'll see what the second halves of these games bring. Doing my best here. Slings and arrows everywhere, but fighting through all of them. We got about 7 or 8 minutes before the second half lines come up. Wisconsin, Nebraska, total pass for me. The other games that I didn't mention, Wisconsin, Nebraska, total pass again. Nebraska, a tricky team. I've mentioned that I do think they'll have some line value probably in February. A spot like this with this kind of a line, Wisconsin, of course, is a notoriously difficult place to play. Just pass, and the total as well. Texas A&M and Missouri, very interesting. I was thinking that Texas A&M might have some value at 9, although they got bet up to 10 now. So that game's a pass for me. Although, I was definitely trying to force myself to take Texas A&M at 9. Glad I didn't, because now it's up to 10. We'll see how that turns out. Let's see. Looking around. All right. Okay. Let me see if the tech issues I was dealing with at one of these sites have been resolved in the last 6 minutes. And no, just did not know what I would. Yeah, of course not. All right. We'll see. Let me see what I'm going to do here. Let me see how I'm going to deal with this. Okay. Let me just go there. Let me just go there. Give me a second here. I'm also the tech guy for my show now. I do everything: set design, graphics, hosting, handicapping, writing, everything. Tech, producing, SEO. I do everything. Now, one-man operation here. All right, hold on a second. Okay, there. Okay. All right, I think this should be okay. I think I should be able to get my lines here, hopefully, in about 4 or 5 minutes. All right, let's look at some other content. Look some other comments here. Tito Banton, shout out to you. Deer Slayer Ski. Carlos Peroge, you the man, Pete. Thank you very much. You are also the man, Carlos Peroge. Carlos Peroge, are you in a visiting room of a hospital? No, I'm not. That was a good one, though. Let's see. Carlos Peroge, can you guesstimate the second half line on this Kansas State game? Yeah, I mean, the total will probably be, standard 68, something like that. And the spread will probably be, Kansas, I don't even know, actually. That's probably be like Kansas -3, something like that. That's actually a little bit of a tough one to guesstimate. A little bit concerned. The Ohio game is not as fast-paced as I thought it would be. Kentucky game, faster paced than I thought it would be. Northwestern blowing out Maryland. Look at that. Wow, what did I think about that one? I can't even remember now. Yeah, basically nothing. Token lean to Northwestern, but such a schizophrenic team, this Northwestern team. You see this a lot. They're turning into one of these teams where it's like who used to be like that? I think it was the Giants, New York Giants, for many years. When you were sure they were going to have a crappy game, all of a sudden, bam, they'd be winning by double digits as a big underdog. When you were sure that they were turning a corner and improving, bam, huge, pathetic dud of a performance. And that's how you kind of see that a lot in various areas of sports betting, over many sports, in every sport here and there. And Northwestern is definitely that kind of a team this year. You know what I'm talking about, right? Expect the unexpected with Northwestern. When you look at them and you think, wow, they're bad, but they're probably even worse than they look, that's when they're going to win by double digits as a big underdog. When you look at them and you think, man, this team is turning a corner, they're improving, that's when they're going to lose as a big favorite against some crappy team. So, yeah, I should have, if I thought about it a little bit more and looked into it a little bit more. I mean, my number said the line was dead on. But I know that those numbers are often just, usually the numbers are very close. Usually anyone's numbers are very close to what the market is putting out there, because the market is determined by many guys who all have the same factors going into making their numbers. You know what I mean? So usually, if you look at Ken Palm, you're going to be within a point of the spread. You know. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Okay. What a crazy day this has been. Just hope I come out of this somehow up a half unit, adding it all up one way or another. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Everyone who's watching this, getting anything out of it, whatever it is, whether it's tailing picks, whether it's being part of a fun live show, whether it's just listening for general sports betting information, whether it's learning about college basketball. Perfect rotation. Shout out to you. I do feel like I have a good read on college basketball in general this year, and I feel like my read is going to get slightly but progressively and steadily better every half week up through the end of February. We'll see. Slugger Cards for life. Shout out to you. Shout out to whoa, Slugger Cards for life. Watching game on my phone and YouTube on my 55-inch TV. So Pete's big face with great audio on TV and watching games on phone computer. Man, shout out to you, Slugger Cards for life. Yeah, I mean, I feel like my face in its natural state is just a little bit funny, naturally, right? But I'm going to shave in some funny shit very soon. I'll shave some funny shit in, Slugger Cards for life, and then you can put that on a 55-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got to give everything that you got in 2020 when you're making videos. Everything you got, whatever you got. Smarts, jokes, freebies, anything and everything. So, I got some facial hair that I can use as another positive, and I'm going to do whatever I can with it. All right. Perfect rotation. Can't wait till bases beat. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I don't want to get too excited because then, pride goeth before the fall. But yeah, I can't wait till bases either. And I'm going to have to figure out when I'm going to start doing my hardcore baseball research amidst all this hardcore day in and day out college basketball analysis. All right, we'll talk about that afterwards. Let's look at the second half lines that should be coming in. Let me take one last look at my freaking website here that I normally get the freaking second half feed from. Come on, baby. And fucked up. All right, that's okay. All right, we should be all right. We should be all right. We should be all right with my backup plan here. We should be okay. Maybe we'll be even better. All right, let's bring up the sheets. Got to get everything ready here. Okay, what are we looking at? Just let me get everything ready. Okay. Let's see what's up. Northern Illinois game is at halftime. All right, again, I'm using a new format, a new layout here with so it's a little bit confusing for me because I'm used to doing this stuff. I'm used to having everything second nature. That was actually a very good analogy, that I'm a prog rock drummer with a massive drum kit. I know exactly where everything is. And now I'm just a little bit, slightly confused, just a teeny bit, just because everything's in a new place and I'm looking at some new sites here. I got to get my sheets up. Okay, Kent State game is up. Let's look at that. Ohio's down, not good. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's good for the second half. We'll see. Okay, let's look at this. Where are we? Kent State -8, like 73 or 73.5 or 74. What do the numbers say? God, this is annoying. Okay. Okay, well, the numbers like Numbers like the Northern Illinois under team total. That will definitely be a play. That will definitely be a play. $40.5. That will definitely be a play. Northern Illinois team total under 40.5. I like this one a good amount. We'll grade this one medium big. Northern Illinois team total under, medium big, borderline big. That's numbers like that. Northern Illinois team total under. I'm looking around at my this must be how Mike Portnoy feels when he has a new drum tech. All right, let's see. Yeah, my numbers also like Northern Illinois to begin. All right, so Northern Illinois under 40.5 team total graded medium big. That's an official play. Numbers also like slightly into the under as well, which is like 74. $74 at a few places. Slightly into the under as well. We won't take that. They do like the under, though. Northern Illinois under 40.5, medium big is an official play, though. You might be able to find 41 as well. All right, let's look at Florida LSU. Let's look at that. Those numbers are up. Those numbers are up. Kentucky, Georgia, under. Terrible call by me. Absolutely terrible call. Jesus. That's all right. I can make if I have 5 other great calls, it's fine. All right. LSU, -2 and like 76. Let's see. What are the numbers like? Run the numbers here. They like LSU. They do. All right. LSU is going to be a play. -2. LSU is a play. LSU, get this one in, -2. That's an official play. The numbers like this one a decent amount as well. Medium or medium big. Medium or medium big. They like this. They like it. The numbers like it. And yeah, they do like it. I guess we'll just grade it medium for now. LSU -2 graded medium. That's an official play. And the total 76 or 76.5. Nothing really on that one, but they like LSU -2. 76 or 70. Sorry, -2 graded medium big. Graded medium, borderline medium big though. The numbers like it. LSU -2, grading it medium, but borderline medium big. What else is up? Toledo, Ohio. Let's look at that. 1.5 or 2, and 75 or 74.5. Toledo, Ohio. Let's look at these numbers. What do they like? Anything? Do they like it? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they like the over. We'll make that a play. Over 74.5. That's going to be an official play. That's medium or medium small. The over 74.5. And yeah. And we'll grade that one medium. Over 74.5. Graded medium, Ohio. That's medium or medium small, though. Using science and an art. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Hope you're enjoying yourself as far as the spread is concerned on this one. Also likes the Ohio team total over also. And also a small lean to Ohio at 1.5 or 2. At 1.5 or 2. Looking. Or the money line. I also like the Ohio team total over as well at about 38. Okay, I'm just looking. What do we got here? Yeah, at about 150. They like the Ohio money line, or the spread, or the spread as well. We made the over a pick. Yeah, 1.5 or 2. All right, we'll make Ohio a play. 1.5 minus 115. Ohio minus 1.5 minus 115. And this one is medium or medium small. Look at the numbers again. Grade this one. We'll grade it medium small, although that's borderline medium. They do like it. Ohio minus 1.5 minus 115 graded medium small, and the over 74.5 graded medium. And of course, they like the Ohio team total over as well. But we won't give that one out right now. Although they definitely like it though. At 38. Definitely like the Ohio team total over at 38, but we'll hold off on that one for now. All right, let's see what else is coming up. Eastern Michigan Bowling Green. What else do we have here? The Kansas game. All right, let's look at Eastern Michigan Bowling Green, 5.5. 5.5 and 71. Eastern Michigan Bowling Green, 5.5 and 71. Interesting. Okay. 5.5 and 71. Yeah, I was an inch away from giving the Bowling Green team total under before at about 70, in my 7 o'clock game tweets. Nothing really. 5.5 and 71.5. Eastern Michigan Bowling Green. Hope you're all having a nice time. Hope there's no spammers spamming infantile shit in the comment section, because I forgot to make someone a moderator, which I did yesterday. And of course, when you make someone a moderator, there's no spammers. When you forget to do it, there's spammers. Of course, it's just Murphy's Law, right? Yeah. All right, nothing on Eastern Michigan Bowling Green for now. Let's move on and look at something else. Let's look at the Kansas State-Kansas game. How about that? Yeah, let's look at that. Let's pull that one up. We're doing the best we can here. Overall, this has been a good show. Far from perfect, because nothing is perfect in life. Not your marriage, not your favorite sports betting shows, not your job, not your career, not your family situation, not your car. All right, Kansas and Kansas State. 5.5 and 68. Right, just like I said. Right, nailed the total of 68 predicted total. Yeah, Kansas State about 5.5. That's about right. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Numbers like nothing on this one. Let's move on. Butler Villanova. Let's look at that. Butler Villanova. Again, so far we've given Northern Illinois team total under, LSU -2, Ohio -1.5, and Ohio over on the Ohio game over 74.5 medium. And if you have team totals, Ohio team total over is also probably a play. Let's look at Butler. Wow, 36-26. Let's look at what the stats say here. What do the numbers say? Butler Villanova. Interesting. What are the lines? +1, 69.5 or 69. What do they say here? Well, they don't really like anything. Very slightly into the over. I thought the numbers would like Butler, but they don't really. They don't like Villanova either. Very low confidence. Again, there's confidence numbers attached to my my analysis here. Basically nothing. Very small lean to the over is what these numbers say at 69.5. Small lean to the Butler team total over at about 35. That's something they like. I was hoping to have something decent on this one, but it's not really there. Illinois, Purdue, that one's up. Akron, Miami, Ohio. Georgia, Kentucky. Let's look at that. Georgia, Kentucky. Let's see what the numbers say. Kentucky, 5.5 and 77.5. Georgia, Kentucky. What do the numbers say? Like the under a little bit at 77.5. They like Yeah, they like the under. All right, the numbers say it, we'll do it. Under 77.5. It's going to be a play. Kentucky game under 77.5. The numbers like it. Under 77.5, just a bit. Like medium or medium big. But we'll just grade it medium. Kentucky, Georgia, under 77.5, graded medium, official play. As far as the spread, what's the spread? 5.5. What do the numbers say here? Slightly into Georgia. Slightly into Georgia. Slightly into the Kentucky team total under at 41.5. Under 77.5, Kentucky, Georgia, medium play. Slight lean to Georgia, slight lean to the Kentucky team total under at 41.5. But the under 77 is an official play. Graded medium. Crunching numbers here, looking at sheets, desperately trying to figure out what the hell's going on in these games, and to do some kind of betting value. Yes, slightly into Georgia plus 5.5. But the only play we'll make is Kentucky is the under 77.5. All right, let's move on. Something else. Let's move on. Wichita State, South Florida. That's an interesting one. Let's look at that one. Wichita State, South Florida. Let's look at that one. Let's go to that one. Low scoring and tight, just like we expected. Let's see what the numbers say, if anything. They kind of like Wichita State just a little bit. The money line they like. Yeah, it's a tough one. Pre-game says South Florida. Halftime analysis says Wichita State. Tough one. All right, let's look at, I guess we're going to pass for now. Again, you can't force it. You can't force it. Western Michigan, Buffalo. Let's look at that. Western Michigan, Buffalo. Wow, high scoring. All right, 6 and 83 or 83.5. What are the numbers like here? Numbers, yeah, here, once again, they like these freaking big money lines. They like Buffalo here. They like Buffalo. Western Michigan team total under. And they like the money line just a little bit more. Let's see. Minus 380. I mean, the numbers do say that the freaking money line at minus 380 has value. I don't know if I can give that one out, but otherwise it would be 6.5. 6.5. The numbers do like it, though. They really do, though. I'm not lying here. All right, I'll do it. Give it out. They like it. I'm just doing what the numbers say. Buffalo, Jesus Christ, minus 380. Graded big or medium big. The EV on the spread is about the same, but the EG is not the same, according to my numbers here. So minus 380. Buffalo money line, official play. And we'll grade it medium big. Graded medium big, Buffalo minus 380. They also like the team total under for Western Michigan. Western Michigan. Team total under. Let me find that one, quote a line here. $38.5. Yeah, they like it. All right. Western Michigan under 38.5. We'll make that an official play as well. Western Michigan under 38.5. Grade that one medium, but that is borderline medium big as well. Buffalo minus 380, medium big, and Western Michigan under 38.5 team total, graded medium. And the numbers have a slight lean to the Buffalo team total over as well. But we'll hold off on that one for now. Hold off on that one for now. All right. Buffalo minus 380, medium big. Western Michigan team total under 38.5, graded medium. Let's see what else is up there. What else can we look at here? Akron, Miami, Florida. We can look at that. The Purdue, Illinois game. Where's that one? Let's look at that one. Purdue, Illinois. Let's see what the numbers say. Purdue minus 3 and Purdue minus 3 and 67.5 or 68. Purdue minus 3. Let's see what the numbers say. Yeah, they like Illinois here. Yeah, they like Illinois here. Plus 3. All right, that's going to be a play. Illinois plus 3. I'm just telling you what the numbers say. The numbers like Illinois plus 3. They like this one. Well, they like it a lot. This is medium big or big. Illinois plus 3. We'll grade it. I guess we'll grade it big. Okay, what the hell? Illinois plus 3 graded big. Illinois plus 3 graded big. I'm just telling you what the numbers say. Just telling you what the numbers say. Illinois plus 3 graded big, official play. And the total, let's look at that in this one. It is 67.5 or 68. Mark it all over the place. Nothing really. Small lean to the Illinois team total over. Small lean to the Purdue team total under. which is not a surprise. Again, Illinois +3 was medium big or big, and I decided to go with big. Buffalo -380, medium big. Western Michigan team total under 38.5, medium. Kentucky game under 77.5, medium. Jesus. All right, let's see what else we got. What else is here? What else do we not look at? Moving as fast as we can. Maryland Northwestern. I guess we can look at that one, right? Maryland Northwestern. Let me see if I can find it. Maryland Northwestern. Probably not going to be anything here that the numbers like, but let's just see. Northwestern 5.5, 6 and 70 or 69.5. Maryland Northwestern. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, they like Maryland here, and again, fucking big money lines. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they like Maryland, and they like the Northwestern team total under a bit as well. Yeah, they like Maryland here. Oh, but it's off. All right. Pass on that one. Line is off. Game is started. Let's see what else do we have. What else is still on the board? Nothing really, right? Anything still on the board? I don't think so. Numbers really like Maryland, though. I will tell you that. I will admit that. All right. I think we gave out a bunch of plays, right? We did, didn't we? LSU, Buffalo, on those fucking team massive money lines, which I hate. But as of right now, I still have to do what the numbers say. Illinois, Kentucky under, Ohio, LSU, Ohio over, Western Michigan, team total under. We gave out a few plays. Nothing's still on the board, right? Butler, Villanova, I think that's still on the board, but again, that's a pass. I think it's just nothing really there. Small lean to the over. Again, small lean to the over. 68.5 or 69. But I'm not going to make that a play. But that is what the numbers do say. Small lean to the over there. I think we got everything. Is there anything still up? Illinois Purdue looks like it's still up on the board. I spoke my piece. I spoke my piece on that one, didn't I? Illinois +3. Graded big. What else is hanging around? What else is there? That's it, right? Everything's off the board now. Man, what a day. Tech issues, tight lines, leans that didn't start out well. Par for the course. All right, that's it. We're not going to wait around for the 8 o'clock games because that'll be another 40 minutes. And I got to still try to solve some of these tech issues. Let's look at some comments, though. Shout out to everyone. Deer Slayer Ski, great breakdown, Pete. Thanks very much, Deer Slayer Ski. Let's just wait to see what the results are. And then let's start, handing out the accolades and the encomiums and all that. Thank you. I appreciate the thought, though, Deer Slayer Ski. Sean B, shout out, hello. Shout out to you, Sean B. Shout out to you, Sean B. What do you think the over-under on shout-outs to you personally will be? Every single show, Sean B, because if you set – there's no line you can set high enough. You can't set the total of shout-outs to you personally high enough. It's like a friggin' college football game that you know is going to go to 100. And they can't set the total high enough. If you set it at 8.5, I'll hit you up with 11 in one show, Sean B. And you'll be like, damn, it wasn't even close. Then you'll put it at 10.5. Bam, I'll hit you with 14 in one show, Sean B. Tasha M, great job. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, Tasha. See, you don't even know. I also did a decent job with some tech bullshit for an hour and a half. Yeah, I know you do know because I've mentioned it 15 times in this show. I understand. Alex Ramirez, shout out to you. Manny Sr., thank you, Pete. No, thank you, Manny Sr. Alex Ramirez hitting us up with low-hanging fruit in NBA and NHL. Once again, really appreciate that. Appreciate all the picks that people have been posting from other sports because I've been hearing that they've overall been very good, been solid. Nasty Nate, I lost my knighthood. No, Nasty, you want to be Nasty. You want to be a permanent moderator of this channel? Just say the word. You got it. You'll be the king of smashing spammers on these shows. Gabe Totino, medium rare, medium well. Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's a stupid ratings. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm doing the best I can. It came into my. That's how I think about it on a personal level. I bet these plays and grade them accordingly for a reason. Because professional guys in theory should be using a specific and exact Kelly system for their bet sizing, but most people do not do that. In fact, I don't necessarily know of one single person, even a professional bettor, who actually literally uses a specific, just by the book Kelly betting system, betting strategy. We all have it in mind when we're doing it, and that's the way I try to approximate my edges. With putting them into roughly five tiers. Yeah, I know it sounds a little bit stupid saying medium small, medium well, medium rare, medium big, small. But I think the point gets across. I communicate what I'm trying to communicate. That's what's important, right? Josh Miller, shout out to you. Ron Lofton, shout out to you. Let's see. Max is weird. Shout out to you. Hi, guys. Michael Kelly, Cody AV. I love the sizes. Yeah, I don't know. You want me to make even weirder, funky names for the bet sizes? I can do that. I can come up with some crazy shit, some crazy ratings if you want. Fuck it. I'll think of some wacky shit, some wacky names, and it'll be like a code. And people will be like, sitting there trying to tail it. They'll be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is Funky Smash? What size is that? What bet size is that? I don't know what the hell is that. Boy. Viral video was the second half for Northern Illinois. Was it team total or under? The Northern Illinois, it was a team total under at 40.5 or 41, but it was just a team total under. Oh, I'm sorry. I quoted the wrong one. Right. I'm sorry. It was, oh, shit. I was looking at the other one. I'm sorry. Oh, God. See, all right. It's all right. That was the first official fuck up of this show. You're right. I was wrong. I was quoting the, fuck. That was the first official fuck up of this show. First serious fuck up. I quoted the Kent State team total when I meant the Northern Illinois one. Yeah, you're right. Shit. God. All right. No, I didn't mean Kent State. I meant Northern Illinois, but I didn't mean 40.5. Damn it. All these shows, I had some iffy stuff here and there, but I never really fucked up in a clear, that was a fuck up way. That was a swing and a miss way. But there it was. Swing and a miss right there. All right. Northern Illinois team total under was a play, but it was not the 40.5 line. Damn. Yeah, it was the 33.5 line. Ugh. All right. Sorry about that. Well, it's going to happen. No one's perfect. Going too fast. And I messed up. Sorry about that. If that confused people. That's not good. Can't have too many of those. 1 or 2 a month, I think, is okay. More than that, not acceptable. And it won't happen. Won't happen again. Will not happen again. Rich cheese and cuts of meat. Ah, boy. Okay. That's about it. That's about it for today's show. Frustrating ending to today's show. But we'll be back tomorrow. Win, lose, or draw. Are we back online? Yeah, see all right. All sorts of crazy stuff happening here. I think I just went offline. All right. That's it. Now it's time to wrap up the show. We'll be back tomorrow at the usual time. Thanks so much, everyone.